Innovation is not a good in itself. It's something you do when you need to. In the deep history of humanity, it's always been an activity of last resort. Like when your back is to the wall, then you deviate from the trident rule. This is a time where indeed not adapting fast enough in the past has generated quite a lot of pressure. And so it is one of these times in history when our back is to the wall, and then we need to do something new. Different people have different ideas about which fields need innovation the most, and we are all right. But if you're asking me in particular, what I care deeply about is the government of the economy. I think we are overdue for a paradigm shift. We got stuck into a theoretical and also policy paradigm and way of doing things. And so for me, the reform of the economy is very urgent. Unfortunately, it is also a field where there is a very strong orthodoxy that sort of prevents adults in the room to deviate from the doctrine. We think of economics as a unified discipline that applies everywhere at all time, and we think of the economy as more or less an integrated whole. But if you look at deep history, and if you look really closely enough in different geographies, you will find different economic systems. This is a point forcefully made by economic anthropologists in particular, who point out that to a large extent, the way we organize our economies is the fruit of choice. And this choice is dictated by how people think they should live in a particular place and a particular time. And so history and anthropology and economic geography, they offer a vast array of possibilities, and many of these are super inspiring, from indigenous societies in North America, let's say pre-colonization, that had a societal and economic arrangement that shifted with seasons. So they were foragers and hunters in the winter, and they were farmers in the summer. They had different chiefs for different seasons, different societal structures, and they did this every year. And in modern times, I am really excited by the work doing by some cities. Cities feel the pressure of the citizens closest. They are very close to their voters, so to speak. And so they have a democratic pressure to make things work. And in doing so, they invent new ways to work around the current paradigm, from Anne Hidalgo's 20-minute cities to Messina's community foundation. Let me assure you that there are alternatives. Margaret Thatcher was wrong on that. I work in innovation, and so I'm supposed to say innovation is good and you need a lot of innovation, you should do it regardless. But actually, I don't think that. Or rather, I think if you are not in a crisis, the thing to do is prototyping and testing, don't take too many risks, create sandboxes, think wild, but act conservatively. Because I respect evolution, also in societal things and in human history. And so equilibria that emerge, they have a deep reason for being there, and you should be wary of tampering with them at random. I do not believe in move fast and break things, and I hope fewer and fewer people do, in the light of people that uphold this ideology are now doing. Whereas when you are in a crisis, you are in a crisis. So the opportunity costs are much lower. You cannot break a system because it's already broken, so you might as well speed up. For good or bad, my assessment is that we are now in the times of a second type. We are indeed in very deep crisis. I'm not even sure people understand how deep. As an economist, this is like really in your face. And so we accelerate.